Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Bobcats going up against the Orlando Magic. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And coming into this matchup tonight, GA, the second consecutive game between these two teams.
And I'll be interested if we see a similar type of game compared to the first one, or if this one will be completely different. You just never know what's going to happen on any given night.
Now here is Augustine. Bridges finds Augustine. Now Diaw, shot clock at 5. This one for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
Howard with the stuff.
And the strength of Howard is tremendous, which makes him hard to stop when he catches it that low.
Augustine passes to Wallace. Now the dish to Chop, and Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Bridges a screen on Lewis. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer Augustine. Carter pulls it in. Passes it to Nelson. Magic moving the ball around. From down in the low post, it goes.
Hey, nobody on this floor, or any floor for that matter, is out-leaping Vince. So that really allows Carter down low to do his thing.
Here's Chop. And there's the pass to Bridges. Over in the corner, Diaw. Bridges a screen on Lewis. And the basket by Diaw. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Augustine against Nelson. Howard setting the pick for Nelson. To the paint. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Nelson. Howard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Augustine against Nelson. And Augustine kicks to Wallace. Pass to Diaw. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Howard.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Not the start they were looking for here.
Pass to Carter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Augustine. 11 points last game. Passes to Wallace. Over Petrus. Nice shot by Wallace.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
And it's Nelson with the ball, bringing it up now for the Magic. Lewis outside. Howard with the screen on Diaw. Outside Lewis. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Bridges outside. Augustine dishes to Wallace. Over Petrus. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Magic leading by 4. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. And Chuck with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Charlotte on D. Now pitches. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Nelson off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Wallace. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bobcats. Charlotte Bobcats. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Magic leading by 5. Nelson, the pass to Lewis. The pass to Carter. All alone. And he gets the bucket. Carter's got 6 points. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Jock. Diaw down low. He's guarded by Howard. Wallace against Pietrus. Wallace, the pass to Augustine. Clock is at 3. Here's Jock. Orlando grabs the miss.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
Wallace against Pietrus. Howard setting the pick for Pietrus. Puts up a 3. Augustine grabs the board. Cats trail by 7. Ball's knocked loose. Nelson with it. 8 points his last outing. Tries again. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Dwight Howard is a big, strong, active guy. Even when you hit him, he still is able to muscle through the contact.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
That's good from Howard.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Inside, here's Jock. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Howard. Augustine against Nelson. Pass to Pietrus. Howard in the post. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Jersey.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Wallace. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Wallace has got 7.
Diaw's floor awareness and savvy, really off the charts. So good at recognizing how to find open teammates.
Now, here is Nelson. It's rebounded by Jock. It is Augustine bringing it up now for the Bobcats. 7-point differential. Kicks it to Wallace. Passes it to Diaw. 18 feet out. Basket counts.
Oh, the mid-range is a tough spot, but Diao knocks it down with ease.
Nelson outside. The pass to Howard. And just with the block. And they recover it. Bridges against Carter. Orlando needs to get off a shot. No good from Howard.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Magic leading by 5. Nelson outside. Back to Carter. Fires for 3. They get the rebound. Nelson kicks to Peaches. Carter outside for 3. Nelson, good on the triple. 6 points for him.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Now here's Wallace. He has 7. And here's Carter. Howard with a screen on Bridges. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboard. These second chance buckets are killing.
And now the first time out called here for the Bobcats. Some changes for Charlotte. Jackson, he's checked in for Wallace. Ahara comes in for Bridges. And it's Henderson for Augustine. Then for the Magic, Gortat's checked in for Howard. Towns comes in for Michael Petrus. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Nelson. Here's Henderson. Outside Jackson.
Hey, who's watching though?
There's the pick. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Gortat.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here is Carter, hoping to put that miserable performance behind him that he had against New Jersey.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Henderson finds Diao. Pass to Jock. Gortat with the steal. Outside, Redick. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots over Henderson. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Jackson dishes to Henderson. Pass to Nahara. Now here's Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Broke loose. Stolen by Carter. And now Orlando on the break. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Charlotte calls timeout. So for the Bobcats, Kwame Brown is checked in for Jock. Thomas comes in for Boris Diaw. And Wallace subbed in for Eduardo Nahara. Orlando also making some changes. Howard's checked in for Gortat. Irving comes in for Rashard Lewis. And it's Williams in for Carter. Wallace kicks to Jackson. 1:37 left here in the first quarter. Thomas sets a screen for Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Towns. Again, the miss by the Bobcats.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Irving finds Reddick. Back to Irving. Here's Williams. Oh, good with the triple. Outside Jackson. Into the lane. No good. Unable to end this run.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Towns for three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Wallace against Reddick. Wallace, good. Wallace has got 9.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Williams, a screen on Wallace. Here's Reddick. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wallace, the pass to Brown. To the inside. Anderson looking it over. Passes it to Jackson. Shoots over Reddick. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Magic lead by 15. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Shots good by Williams.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Jackson. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Dishes it to Thomas. It's good. Thomas got his first bucket of the night.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Williams finds Towns. Collins looking around. Williams from outside. Rebound by Wallace. Bobcats trail by 15. Bobbed up there for Thomas. And he lays in the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop. And bang! Lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, Wallace outside. Brown outside. And sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
It's rebounded by Charlotte. On the wing, Wallace, covered by Reddick. Wallace drawing the double team. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Monday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. And it's Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Reddick finds Towns. Williams for three. And the rebound goes to Jackson. Bobcats trail by 15. Wallace the pass to Thomas. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Williams passes to Towns. A top pick in the June draft, point guard John Wall. Clark, what do you think about him entering the NBA?
Kevin, I love his speed, and I'm really excited to see how he develops. I mean, so physical for a point guard. He's a legit 6'4". He's long and rangy, almost 200 pounds. He's a guy who looks for others first as well. I'm excited to see his development.
Here's Thomas. Magic knocking down the tray. Brown sets a screen for Thomas. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Lock at 6. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Henderson. Thomas got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Dwight Howard on top.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Jackson kicks to Anderson. Brown with a screen on Williams. Henderson passes to Brown. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Brown knew exactly what he was doing there and executed the pick and roll perfectly.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Charlotte making some changes. Jobs checked in for Brown. Bridges comes in for Thomas. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Henderson. Orlando also making some changes. Rashard Lewis, he's checked in for Collins. Pietrus comes in for Towns. And Nelson is subbed in for Williams. Orlando leading by 12. Nelson looking around. Takes the 3. Bobcats with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Now, here is Nelson. He has 6. And slammed in by Howard.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Bobcats trail by 11. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Augustine. He kicks it to Wallace. Charlotte moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now, here is Nelson. Down low, unloads. Lewis. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice job inside that time by Rashard Lewis. Recognizing he had the advantage and attacked.
Now here is Augustine. Trailing by 10. Now the feed to Jop. Back to Augustine. Bridges sets the screen for Augustine. Bridges finds Jackson. The wing jumper off target. And so it's Nelson with it. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Outside, Reddick. Lewis passes to Petrus. Nelson with it. Screen by Howard. To the middle. It's rebounded by Jock. Bobcats trail by 10. Here's Augustine. And the shot is good. Augustine's got 5.
Guys, Augustine's so good at staying under control on these difficult finishes. Great focus from the veteran.
It's Reddick on the wing. Lewis kicks to Petrus. Howard with his screen on Augustine. Nelson the pass to Howard. Moves back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the Bobcats call time here.
You have to get loud. Let's hear you.
Charlotte making a switch. Diaw's checked in. Then for the Magic. Gortat's checked in for Howard. And it's Carter in for J.J. Reddick. Diaw finds Augustine. There's the pass to Jackson. Back to Augustine. On the clock. Here's Chopper. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Carter. Shoots over Bridges. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Nelson. Nelson's got 4 assists in the game. Bobcats trail by 12. Now Augustine. He's got 5. Outside Jackson. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 8 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Nelson outside. Gortat with a screen on Bridges. The jump hook. Gortat misses.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Augustine looking around. Bridges kicks to Augustine. Bridges a screen on Nelson. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Augustine. Good D by Nelson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Gortat. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Jersey. Carter left side. Over Bridges. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, watching Carter find his rhythm. Very impressive. An efficient scorer can hurt you in a lot of ways.
That's the jump. Augustine with it. 5 points in the game. And here's Carter. Nelson outside. And there's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Much respect for the speed and IQ Nelson possesses. I mean, this guy's a crafty point guard who also knows how to get his guys going. A good mark of a leader.
The Magic shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And he knocks down the first one. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for the Bobcats. Dwight Howard's checked in for the Magic. Both free throws good for Nelson. And so it's Charlotte with it, trailing by 13. Passes to Chuck. Stolen by Lewis. Pushing it up.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 13 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Free throw drops for Nelson. Steven Jackson's checked in for Augustine. Both free throws good for Nelson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Bobcats. 15-point game. There's a minute 47 left in the first half. From past the arc, drains the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to be on Petrus.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Magic leading by 11. Carter left side. There's the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Wallace has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
That's good from Bridges on the assist by Diaz. Bridges has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bobcats. Now the pass to Carter. Over Jackson. And it's Carter missing. Charlotte's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Wallace, the pass to Jackson. And sent back by Howard. They recover it. Bridges a screen on Howard. Just 4 to shoot. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They double him with Wallace. Petrus from outside. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now, here's Bridges. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Magic leading by 12. Pass to Lewis. Back to Carter. 3-pointer, Petrus. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He's a skilled and willing passer. Vince gets to his teammates on time and on target.
High post shot. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Orlando out in front. They lead by 13. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now, here is Nelson. Lewis' screen on Jackson. Here's Carter going inside.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Augustine passes to Jackson. Out to Wallace. Poked away. Outside, Carter. On the rebound, goes to the Bobcats. Here's Diaw. Pass to Augustine. Wallace against Carter. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Passes it to Lewis. Carter down low, headed by Augustine. The shot's good from Carter.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Now Augustine, he has 5. Steven Jackson on the wing. Kicks it to Diaw. And the pass to Wallace. He dishes it to Jackson. The 11-footer. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 8 rebounds in this game. Nelson with it. He's got 10. Carter dishes to Petrus. Back to Carter. Magic moving the ball around. And again, it's Orlando converting.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Bobcats trail by 19. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Diaw, trying to end the drought. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And here's Carter, 22 points for him. And Nelson gets it to go.
A nice start to the second half, just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Augustine, bringing it up now for Charlotte. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Charlotte calls timeout.
All right. Look who's coming on the court. Come on and get up.
The Bobcats making a change here. Bridges checks in.
All right.
Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Dwight Howard on top.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5. Wallace, the pass to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Lewis against Diaw. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Carter finds Nelson. To the inside. And Howard with the stuff.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Inside. Charlotte Lewis pulls it in.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Nelson, the pass to Carter. Right on the bucket. Carter's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here is Augustine. From deep three-point territory.
Are you kidding me?
How did he get that? How in the world did he get that?
Man. How did that go down?
Down low, here's Carter. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nelson against Augustine. The dish to Wallace. It's hauled in by the Magic. Howard's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Showing off those point forward skills, Diaw is such a selfless and creative player.
Nelson kicks to Carter. Doubled by Bridges. Lewis outside. To the left wing. Nelson outside. Lewis a screen on Augustine. And it's Orlando with another.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points for him. Here's Wallace. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Orlando.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Nelson, the pass to Carter. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Carter's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Wallace misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here is Carter after Gerald Wallace is just 5 on the clock. For 3, Nelson. Here's Howard, and it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Charlotte Bobcats. He feeds it to Wallace. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard. For Charlotte, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for New York Bobcats, Gerald Wallace. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Gortat's checked in for the Magic. Wallace hits 2 free throws. And Clark, last season, some contentious contract negotiations between the NBA and its officials. Nice to have things settled, isn't it?
Always good to have labor peace, Kevin. Yeah, the collective bargaining agreement is set to expire after this season, so we've got to take a pause and hold our breath. Could be another tense summer coming up.
And Nelson gets it to go.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Augustine against Nelson. Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Bridges passes to Diaw. Clock at 6. To the inside. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Augustine. Bridges has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Carter against Bridges. Carter down low. Lays it up and banks it in. Carter's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Augustine passes to Diaw. And there's another one for the Bobcats.
And Augustine has run the pick and roll countless times. I mean, he's very comfortable threading the needle in these sets.
Gortat with a screen on Augustine. Nelson outside. Lewis sets the pick for Nelson. Cranes the three-pointer. Nelson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
To the middle. Here's Wallace. Gortat with the rebound.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Nelson. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Here's Augustine. 8 points for him. Pass to Wallace. Out to Bridges. Now Augustine. Baseline try. That one no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Nelson. Gortat with the ball. Petrus from outside. Offensive rebound. Gortat. And the second chance effort by Gortat.
Boy, and the wingspan of Gortat helps him big time on the glass. Great at using his height and length to corral rebounds.
Now here is Augustine. The pass to Wallace. Stolen by Petrus. 1:33 left to play here in the third. Carter inside the three-point line, and he hits the jump shot. Carter's got 33 points.
The defense has to crowd Carter. Even as the pass is coming his way, you can't let him have any space.
Pass to Jock. Wallace up on top, covered by Petrus. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Wallace. Over Petrus. Wallace, good. Wallace has got 15 points.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Nelson left side. Lewis sets the pick for Nelson. Over Augustine. And Petrus kicks to Carter. They double him with Wallace. Here's Petrus. Bobcats with the rebound. Shop's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He takes it in, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Bridges against Carter. Lewis a screen on Bridges. Here's Carter, and he drops it in from the low post. Carter's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Good defensive effort, but against Carter, it's not enough. He's just too explosive.
And so it's Orlando with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Augustine kicks to Wallace. Brown sets a screen for Wallace. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Back to Wallace, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. All right, so as the 2010s Clark starts, what is next in terms of style of basketball?
You know, I think more teams, Kevin, will take on those Steve Nash Sun teams. Identity, faster tempo, playing more up pace, a lot more small ball and using the three-point line. More movement and sharing the basketball, knocking down threes and playing faster.
First free throw is good.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
He hits both from the stripe. And it's Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Richardson outside. Pass to Towns. It's Redick on the wing. Richardson the pass to Gortat. Richardson with the screen on Jackson. Here's Gortat. 4 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. Bobbed up there for Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Now here's Towns. Gortat with a screen on Thomas. Towns, the pass to Gortat, and stolen by Thomas. Passes to Augustine. Thomas sets a screen for Augustine. Off target from three-point range. Well, Orlando shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Jackson against Redick. The pass to Williams. Redick with the screen on Wallace. Williams for 3. Jackson grabs the board. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Gortat inside. Brown's there. Gortat misses. Charlotte's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And it's in there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Magic have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Towns. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Gortat with the screen for Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Augustine dishes to Wallace. Brown with the screen on Williams. Augustine passes to Brown. Richardson against Jackson. Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Towns. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Charlotte making some changes. Jop comes in for Tyrus Thomas. And Henderson subbed in for Augustine. Orlando also making some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Gortat. And it's Lewis in for Quentin Richardson. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Bobcats have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Now Henderson. Over Williams. And that one's good by Henderson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Redding. Back to Lewis. He kicks it to Towns. Howard setting the pick for Williams. Shoots over Henderson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jop's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jackson passes to Wallace. And here is Brown. Lewis covering. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's Orlando, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Howard setting the pick for Williams. Feeds to Howard. Shoots over Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Howard's such a gigantic presence inside, so athletic, so strong. Sometimes the defense has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Going to the line, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Howard. Charlotte making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Brown. Bridges comes in for Steven Jackson. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Then for the Magic, Michael Petrus is checked in for Towns. Carter comes in for J.J. Redick. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Jason Williams. That one misses. The Bobcats have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Bridges from down in the low post. It goes. Orlando leading by 23. Carter outside. Down low. Howard, good. Howard's got 20 points.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, it feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
And Wallace slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Now, here's Howard. Knocks it loose. For 3, Petrus with the putback. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Shop kicks to Augustine. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Nelson outside. Pass to Carter. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bobcats. Pass to Chuck. Looking for Petrus. He gets it there. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Magic have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Redick surveying the D. Gortat with a screen on Bridges. And Jock with the block. Bridges outside. To the wing on the left. And Augustine kicks to Jock. Wallace drawing the double team. Inside. Here's Augustine. Buries it down low.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
Outside Williams. Gortat with the screen for Williams. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. The Bobcats have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Diaw with the screen on Williams. With the drive. Bridges left side. Wallace the pass to Augustine. 5 on the clock. Bridges sets the screen for Augustine. Traps in the tray. Augustine's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Redick against Bridges. Diaw dishes to Augustine. Bridges a screen on Williams. Here's Augustine. Gortat with the block.
And an average shot blocker for a center. When Gortat rejects shots, it helps set the tone for the defense.
Here's Augustine. Gortat with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Irving's checked in for Williams. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Magic leading by 23. Here's Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Augustine against Redick. Augustine passes to Jock. Now Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Here he goes.
You know, Augustine, when he's attacking, playing downhill, trying to score, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense and puts him in a tough spot guarding.
At the line for 2, DJ Augustine.
First one falls for.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Second free throw, no good. Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Gortat with the screen for Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves that he can finish with either hand, and his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gortat. Both free throws good from Gortat. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Charlotte Bobcats. The feed to Wallace. Gortat with the steal. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
How about that? Reddick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now here is Augustine. Driving in, and he converts the layup.
I'll tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And Reddick kicks to Irving. This is it to Richardson. And taken away by Wallace. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. And Wallace slams it in.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And Orlando making a change here. Williams is checked in.
Personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for your Bobcats, Gerald Wallace. 1 shot.
Free throw, no good for Wallace. The Magic have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Outside, Reddick. The pass to Towns. Good ball movement here by the Magic.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside. There's 1:54 left in the game. Augustine with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to Wallace. Back to Augustine. To the middle. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Towns. Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Vince Carter.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
No problems knocking that one down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Pass to Wallace. Over Richardson. The 10-footer finds the target. Williams with the ball. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.